Hey guys, welcome to Chef O'Clock. Today I'm gonna make for you a pepper chicken. This is one dish that I've had in so many restaurants in India, in South India, and it's such an amazing dish that I got really curious as to how it's made, and I experimented a bit at home, and I finally perfected this recipe. It's amazing with rice or even roti or even bread, and it'll surely please anyone you make it for. And so today I'm going to make it for myself and a friend of mine who's coming over for a meal, and yeah, we're good to go. So before I begin, let me just show you the ingredients we're going to need. We're obviously going to need chicken. Since I'm cooking for 2 people, I'm going to need 1 chicken breast. That's more than enough for 2 people, and I might still have some leftovers for another meal. And we're going to need some grated coconut. In any Indian home you'll get freshly grated coconut, but since I'm living in Singapore, I get this frozen coconut from an Indian store, and I just pour it when I need to use it. We also need some curry leaves and green chilies. And no Indian dish is complete without coriander, so I have some fresh coriander here for the final garnish. Now, the base of this curry is going to be this onion tomato paste. I made this earlier in the week, and if you want the recipe to this, the link is over here. I made this a few days ago and I've just kept it in the fridge. Since I find the tomato on this paste to be a little bland, it was a little on the blander side, there's no juicy tomato flavor coming out of it, I'm just going to add a dash of tomato puree to this gravy. And here come the 2 secret ingredients now. This dish is incomplete without freshly grated pepper, whole peppercorn, and fennel seeds. If you don't have these, then you can just call this a chicken dish. But these 2 make this dish out of the world. And of course, I have my ever faithful timer. I've set it to 20 minutes, and I'm going to begin cooking now. So I'm just going to start this. Okay, first we need to heat a pan. Add some cooking oil to it. Just add a glove. As the oil heats up, just take a handful of black peppercorn and add it to the oil. And I'm also going to add a handful of fennel seeds, just about this much, to the oil. Fennel seeds give a really beautiful flavor to this dish, and they have like this subtle sweet aftertaste, which is really a welcome change in this dish because it's quite spicy and peppery to begin with. So when you eat this, you'll have the flavors of the pepper and the curry leaves and the chili, and then at the far end you'll get this really nice flavor of fennel seeds. My mouth's watering, it's amazing. Now to this, as you can see, the pepper and the fennel have started spluttering. So at this point I'm just going to take a step back and add the curry leaves, and the reason I'm taking a step back is because they do splutter a bit, so you just need to be a little careful. And I'm just going to take a handful of curry leaves. I'm just going to take a handful of curry leaves and I'm going to add them to the mix. Now, while this is cooking, I'm going to quickly chop up the chicken for the gravy. Once this has started sizzling and spluttering, I'm going to add the onion tomato paste. And reduce the flame a little bit. Mix up everything in the pan. And I'm going to add a splash of tomato puree, just to give it a nice flavor. Now this tomato puree you can add to your taste. I really want a nice tomato flavor to this gravy, so I've added about 3 spoons of it. But obviously, if your tomatoes were really ripe and juicy to begin with, you won't need the puree at this step. At this stage, I'm also going to add the grated coconut, just about half this portion. Just about 2 heaped teaspoons of it. As you can see, the gravy has started bubbling. So you just need to reduce the flame a little bit. And now while this is cooking, I'm just going to quickly chop up the chicken into even-sized dices. You need to make sure the chicken is evenly sized so that you don't have pieces that cook too fast or take too long to cook. Everything sort of comes together at the right time, at the same time. This chicken breast weighed about 280 grams. Give or take 250 grams to 300 grams should be enough for this quantity for about 2 people. Now that I've added the chicken, I'm just going to give it a quick stir. And add the chilies to the mix. Just make a slit in the chili. And add it to the pan. Now it's a good time to add the salt. And if you like a little more gravy, with this dish, you can just add a little water. But I like this dish to be semi-dry, not too much gravy, not too dry. So I'm just going to leave it as it is, and I'm going to let this cook with the lid on. And this is on medium heat now. I'm just going to leave it here for a few minutes, and in a few minutes I'll just come back to check how long the chicken's going to take. Now the curry's been boiling for about 4 to 5 minutes. I'm just going to check to see if the chicken is done. It smells amazing. I'm just going to taste the gravy now. To check for salt. Perfect. Now comes the grand finale. As you can see, the chicken is pretty much done. I've got about 8 minutes left on the clock, so basically this dish was ready in about 12 minutes. Okay, let's add another minute for the garnish. So to garnish this, I'm just going to finish off with some cracked pepper and some fresh coriander. You can make this as peppery as you want. If you're someone like me who loves freshly, freshly cracked pepper, you're gonna need to add a little more than usual. All right, just give it a final stir. And garnish with some fresh coriander. I'm being a bit lazy here, so I'm just gonna roughly chop the coriander directly on the dish instead of finely chopping it. I think it just gives a really nice rustic look to the whole curry. Alright, turn on the heat. So here you have the most amazing South Indian style pepper chicken. This goes really well with rice, it goes really well with bread, parathas, and it's almost too good to share. So try it and let me know how you like it. Enjoy! I really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to send me your feedback or share your comments with me once you try this recipe, or you can even send me any recipes that you'd like me to try. As you can see, we accomplished a lot in 20 minutes, and these recipes are bound to please anyone who eats them. So don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my channel. This is Chef Vlog saying bye. See you guys next week.